Recently, women's advance to society is outstanding. Statesmen or presidents were always men before, but neither woman statesman nor president are rare recently. Of course there were women statesmen, presidents, doctors and teachers from the old days, too. That became conspicuous in about this 30 years. Then women began to have doubt that treatment is different from the men, along with the woman's society advancement. As it were, they say that there is discrimination. Because they are women, their salary is low, and they can't hire high position. There must not be the discrimination of the age or the sex or the race. We should be equal even if we are any race. We must not slight baby or children. Then, there must not be sex discrimination either. But, there is a difference in it. There are many women who confuse discrimination and difference. Both children and adults must be equal as human beings. But, we must not let children drink liquor, because child's body is small and the power of resistance of the harm of alcohol is small. And, their responsibility ability is poor when they got drunk. So we must not make them drink. Children are on their way to learn the judgment of good and bad. Adults must teach that to them. On the other hand, adults must assume that responsibility by themselves. They must have responsibility to their health care and all the behavior when they got drunk. This is not discrimination, but it is a difference. Often, there are women said like this: only women, we gets married, we must left in the house and we are entrusted with the housework and the child care. We can't go outside like men and can't do diversion either. Women should work, and we should share housework and child care with the man, even if we got married. But, such an opinion is wrong. As for the following, it is the case of women got married and they had children. Women should devote herself to the child care. If she gave birth to children, she should never leave her children and go out to work. This is needless to say, in case that they have husband and there are earnings. In a case that women are unmarried and has children in the first place, they must not make such conditions. Therefore, the problem of the sex is important. Reference the law of the sex. To bring up a babies is number one work for the women. There are no works that exceed this for the women. But it is special when that woman seizes the key of the world peace, or if she do the work concerned with the men's life. Especially, the work to earn money only or the work to get a diversion are out of the question. First, when a woman conceives a baby, she bring up a baby in her body in a period to the childbirth. This is the reason why child care is more suitable for the women than men. Men can't do this. God didn't make that the man could become pregnant. The women must bring up baby in their body for 9 months by force. And, if they became pregnant after the legality marriage, the women who are mother must be proud even of such. Therefore, we must do careful companion hunting, and must do a marriage with the love. Then, only women could give milk to the baby. Though men can give powdered milk to the baby, only women can give milk to baby in a nature providence. When a woman holds a baby, a breast comes to the height of the baby's face. Doesn't this seem to be the providence which God set? It seems that God entrusting the woman with the child care. Then, originally the woman has maternal instinct, and doesn't want to leave her baby to the others. If she throw away that and wants to do other work, she will be still inexperienced mentally, or she doesn't really love her husband. Furthermore, the baby wants to the woman more than the man. When it is paraphrased, the woman can be done as it is liked by a baby. First, the woman has the gentler voice than the man. Of course there is a difference by the individual in it. Then, the woman has subcutaneous fat sticks more than the man, and the woman is useful for the baby as cushion. Then, though there will be objection in this, the woman is suitable for the baby's diaper care. It is because the woman copes with her physiology every month. In other words, they have the immunity to cope with a little grotesque thing. In the opposite, the man has the thick voice and fat arm. Of course there is a difference by the individual in it. These aren't so suitable for the baby. Then, it is natural that the man has no maternal instinct. In a word, the man isn't suitable to bring up the baby. Even so, of course the husband should not be indifferent to the child care. Then, there is the other side in the child care, too. In other words, child care is not just to give the baby meal, and not just to change diaper, and not just to cradle them. The woman is spiritual existence than the man. Then, the baby is the soul who was just reborn in the earth. So they are spiritual existence beyond the adult. This both is giving spiritual communication each other in the unconscious bottom. The woman who became mother may know it. Didn't your inspiration become strong and pregnant period, and at this time? The woman can tell the baby that she learned in the life. Moreover, the mother speaks to the baby, and she can do a communication. Even if the baby can't speak language, they can understand it firmly. Then, when the baby grows up and it was 2 or 3 years old, and when it learned to speak language, parents come to discipline them to their consciousness. Like this. If the child is brought up to the one honest human, it is decided that parents fulfilled very great work. It is because all mankind becomes respectable men and fights will be stopped on the earth. If all women on the earth have children brought up properly in each family like this, the ordinary statesmen and the leaders can't be done such work. War isn't always stopped from the earth even if one man go out for business and earn some money. Certainly, money is important for the modern. Isn't a life more important beyond the money? Women, do you insist on the right which does the work of the trifling small money earnings, even if you give up such important child care? The woman who give up child care and who want to romp about in the society must be called blasphemy person. But, there is a case of the infant care neurosis on one side, too. It isn't good that husbands are indifferent for the child care extremely, either. Then, it isn't always meaning that wives never leave the baby in a moment, and they must never have some soothing. You should solve that individually. Well, what should the women who can't have babies, or unmarried women do? The women who can't have a baby yet though they got married, they have only to give efforts to the housework until they have a baby. It is needless to be discouraged even if they can't have a baby. Because to have a baby is to take care of a soul which reincarnation, and there are many troubles with it. It is not exceptionally proud to have a baby. Often, men take up successors. That is just only the low-level predecessors try to leave a gene like animals, without knowing human beings are repeating reincarnation. And unmarried women should work freely. But they should know that work is not just to earn money or is not for their status. This is the same even for the man, either. Still, unmarried women's model is Mother Teresa. She didn't look for any money. Her own belongings were only 2 clothes, sorry. The one is to put it on, and the other one is to put on while the other one is being washed. Moreover, she gave all money which she got for the people whom suffer. Therefore, she didn't have money substantially, though she got a large sum of money with a Nobel Prize. But, there won't be a man working beyond her. But, no one can become Mother Teresa, and you doesn't need to go through the singleness. You can marry if you find the person who really love. How about you have a prayer to get your soulmate? You must not make light of a prayer. A prayer has the power. But, this must not be compulsory. That becomes a wicked sense. A proper prayer is to leave it to God, with a modest heart. Then, as for your work, it is desirable to be something to contribute to the peace. If you do such work in hoping for others' happiness, that itself becomes a prayer to yourself, and it is probably to attract a good companion for you.